This is the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Hello, welcome to the show. I'm John Solberg, and I love being the host of the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread. But let me get to work here. I'm very happy to tell you this show is brought to you by Green Mountain Grills. For 17 years, Green Mountain Grills has brought the smoke to the competition scene in the backyards all over the world. Their Venturi-style firebox delivers the cleanest 150-degree smoke in the pellet game. Their newly redesigned 2025 Prime 2.0 grills blend the proven technology of the past with the technology of the future. Green Mountain Grills is the original innovator of all things Wi-Fi and continues to give their users granular options to control their grills in any environment from anywhere in the world. Green Mountain Grills also leads the pack and accessories, from the creation of their pizza oven attachment that delivers pizzas in 2 minutes to rotisseries to side burners. It goes on and on and on. Check out the new 2.0 Green Mountain Grills at greenmountaingrills.com. That's greenmountaingrills.com. And now Greg and Sterling Ball, one of my favorite pitmasters, is going to catch up, and Sterling's going to give some sage advice.
Sterling Ball joining me here on the show. Big Poppa Smokers.com is the website if you want to check it out here when we're talking. I diverged off of chicken this past weekend, and I apologize, Sterling. You had referenced paying attention to tenderness was key. How do you do that specifically? Are you squeezing it and touching it? Is it time? Is it temperature? What?
All right, well, look, here's one of the things. I mean, the greatest thing about barbecue is whenever you see something, and especially on radio or on a forum, there's 10 people who say you're wrong, and, you know. So, you know, I know what it is for me. And to me, the number one thing, there's so many people over-trim their chicken where there's no meat left of the bone, and if you did a cross-section of it, it would look like an M. And their chicken, when I taste it, has a tendency to be a little tougher. And so we want to make sure we get the vein out there. We cut the little bottom flap, but we're not trimming a whole bunch off that chicken, okay? And it's getting more tender. The other thing is I think you're really Russian roulette if you put it to like 165 where it's done and it's super tender and it's juicy where juice is dripping all over. I think a lot of judges think it's not done. So it's trying to find that right point where it's moist and it's not tough, but it isn't exploding when they bite into it. So that has, and you know, you can't purely go by internal temperature because your cooking time and temperature determines a finishing internal temperature too. Just like with brisket, if you cook brisket for 15 hours, it's done at and don't foil, it's done at like 185, 190. I mean, we put our briskets on at 6 in the morning, okay? And they take 4.5 hours, and they're 212 when they're ready, 211. So you can't just go by temperature. And so it's a lot of practice. Look, I wasn't happy in Mesquite with our chicken that came in temp. I mean, James and I cooked, I think, 45 chicken thighs last week.
So it is practice, of course.
Oh, yeah, I think it's the only thing I can control. And for a long time, people probably thought I practiced too much. But, I mean, look, it's a half a point here, half a point there. It's thousandths of a point. So, yeah, I want to make sure that we have control. I mean, the latest thing that's coming is the charcoal I use is going away. But a lot of guys that use Ozark oak, I mean, so it's finding a suitable replacement there. We're burning a lot of charcoal in the weeks we're not during the week, trying to find the one that matches the flavor profile, the burn temperature, the ash. And so that's something we're working on now too.
In the ribs category, you take 6.
Yeah.
How good were the ribs?
Compart ribs.
Yeah. So, like, what's the flavor of a compart rib? Is it more porky, or like what's the value?
It's really tender. So, it's That's the best. It's got great flavor, but it's super tender. And you sometimes have to be a little careful because it can, I mean, that prime time when it's ready can get by you. But yeah, I mean, I'm cooking all Compart stuff. I'm part of Team Compart, and I've had an excellent season so far in pork. I have 2-1-7-9-4-4s there so far. Like 2 firsts and 5 contests. So, but pork has been good, but the Compart pork is just crazy good. I mean, he calls it the Black Angus of pork. I call it the Wagyu of pork.
Is it a situation where, like some of the higher qualities will have a tendency to cook faster? Will it cook quicker than normal?
No, it's not necessarily faster. I think you just got to be a little more. Personally, I have to be more careful with it compared to a commodity product. I mean, I don't want to over-render it. And because you hit a point where it becomes fall off the bone maybe a little quicker than some of the other stuff.
You pull,
like you said, you don't want.
That's right. You pull a third in brisket. Pork was a little bit farther, down the list than the other 3 at the 16th. But
yeah, that was an off week in pork. And we knew it. And what you do is you hope you do well enough, in the other categories. We knew we weren't going to hit in pork. We knew that. And by the way, anybody who says they know, you never know. I mean, it's the funniest thing. I mean, I've had cooks where I thought I knocked it out of the park, and I'm pretty critical. If you talk to Matt Dalton and the different West Coast teams and stuff, I'm usually very hard on my food.
It's like my grandma Rempe used to say, even when you know, you never know.
No, you never know.
Right.
So, I mean, there's a lot of really good competitions, and there's not as many in Northern California this year than last year, and Nevada and Arizona, there's not many at all. So the California ones, we're having all big contests. I mean, I cooked Santa Anita, I think it was 100 team.
Yeah. And Data Point.
I mean, the fact that you could look at California and say, boy, barbecue's doing really well, but I think it's doing well in California because the other states are really not doing well.
Yep, benefiting from the other states being down, absolutely. Pitmaster of Big Poppa Smokers is who we're talking to, Sterling Ball. He is the grand champ of the West Coast Barbecue Classic that took place just this past weekend. Where are you going to be at next competing, Sterling?
If you want to hear the rest of the show, head over to the bbqcentralshow.com. There's a link in today's show notes. It will take you to the complete episode. I got to tell you, if you want to catch up with Sterling Ball, check out his YouTube channel. That dude is making some recipes. He's doing some stuff in the backyard. It's not the same old, same old. He really pushes the envelope. He's a great educator. He's a great pitmaster. He is a stalwart of the barbecue community for sure. And he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, he needs to be. Anyway, go check out this show. Give Sterling a follow over on his YouTube, Instagram, wherever. And until next time on the best moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host, John Solberg. I look forward to talking to you again soon.